My fellow humans, I bid you welcome to the Christmas special of 2022.
My lord, Christmas was actually 2 weeks ago.
What? Listen, I know I haven't published anything in more than a month, but I have two good excuses. One, I am very bad at being an adult, and recently I've been accumulating a lot of stress, but my coping mechanism is dissociating so hard from reality that time loses all its meaning and entire years of my life get compressed into a lifeless grey sludge of vague and detached memories. That's it. I give up. 2. I have a new kitten. Look at her. She is so small and cute and fluffy. And yes, I spent the last 4 weeks playing with her instead of working. Listen, I already have the attention span of a golden retriever. You can't give me a kitten and hope I'm productive. Some of you weird people probably remember my old educational channel in Italian. Yes, the one a vocal minority obsessively tells me to go back to despite it being linked to severe trauma. Thank you for being supportive. On the channel I had this running joke of building artillery for pets. I built a small trebuchet, but the dog didn't really like it. I built a ballista to scale, and the dog liked it even less. Life is misery. Turns out dogs hate European siege weapons and prefer Korean ones. The more you know. But this is a cat, and cats are not dogs. A quick search on Google confirms that cats love 15th century Italian siege machines, so let's interview our test subject. Hello, test subject, what is your opinion on the topic? Thank you for the insight. I can't scratch your belly, we are busy doing science. Our test subject is called Iside, is a 7-month-old girl, weighs 10 to the minus 30 solar masses and really likes this specific toy. For some reason. It probably reminds her of the bloodshed during her previous life. But I am a firm believer in the scientific method, so if you think that my sample size will be limited to one single cat, well, you are a dum-dum. My family has a never-ending supply of feline companions to test my contraptions, and yes, we have a problem. Our control group is composed of 3 kitties of different ages. Starting from the oldest, we have Mojito, who is fat and lazy but somehow manages to steal all the girls. Sono molto geloso. She is Nebula and is a bit camera shy. Here she is following the ancient Italian tradition of drinking water straight from a bidet. Finally, we have Loki, an absolute unit of a cat who is as clumsy as he is vicious when it comes to ripping toys apart. The idea is to build a miniature version of this catapult machine thing, drawn by Leonardo da Vinci 6 centuries ago, and we will call it the catapult. Because, you know, cat, a pult, catapult. Come on, it's funny. Laugh. There are 3 requirements. 1. It must be lightweight because the only thing I lift is the lid of the cookie jar. 2. It must be silent because our client is a bit skittish. 3. It must be not exploding because this is a Christmas video and gaping wounds are not wholesome. Can I, the great Lord Broblord, master this challenge? Probably not. It will be a catastrophe. Just kitten, I'm sure it will come out formidable. Enough puns! Let's go back in time for a good old building montage!
Yeah!
Haha! So we have our pretty little catapult, and I will now proceed to explain how it works.
We don't care!
I know, but I think it's pretty cool, so I will explain it nonetheless. On the side we have a simple ratchet mechanism that holds the arm in place and acts as a trigger. All the power generation comes from this set of rubber bands that impart a torque on the central spindle. In the original design, these were actually giant bow limbs, but rubber works just fine. Pretty simple, but pretty sexy. Thanks, Leonardo! And now, the main event everyone was waiting for. Or at least, the 3 of you that actually reached the end of my videos. No, don't worry, it's fine. I'm not upset. Before involving the youngest, most playful kitten, I tried my luck with my older cats. Loki was the most interested, although a bit skeptical. Mojito kept snoring through the whole endeavor, while Nebula was watching from a safe distance. The novelty ran out pretty quickly, and not even targeting the cats with a barrage of mice seemed to be effective. I also tried different ammo, but all I got was a feeble display of curiosity. At least I managed to wake up Mr. Sleeping Beauty. Emboldened by this great success, I decided to move upstairs and unleash the Black Devil, but not before a short play session to set the mood. Adesso faccio. And the first results were actually encouraging. Attenzione. Riproviamo. But I clearly overestimated the attention span of a kitten. Not even a freaking catapult pointed straight at her nose managed to keep her focused on the game for more than 4 seconds. Easy there. Oh! Almeno considerami. Every single noise or movement in a 6 miles radius distracted her from the only thing she was supposed to do. Catch the goddamn mouse in midair and give me a clickbait thumbnail! Guarda in questa direzione generica. Ok. Ferma lì dove sei. Oh! I'm not crazy, I swear that the red gerbil is her favorite toy among the billions she has. But today she was more interested in the feather wand. Ma a te piacciono i topini, non le cannette con piume. So I tried to throw the feather wand. But the yard ball on the other side of the room was clearly more enticing. Okay then, let's roll with the yard ball. At this point I was just fueled by desperation. Sei pronta? Dai, il gomitolo funziona. But a few moments later, disaster stroke. E si è spaccato. Torno subito, riparazione e torno. Ok, siamo operativi. Repairing the rubber band took me less than 5 minutes, but it was more than enough to ruin the playing mood.
Eli, dai che giochiamo. Dai, ti faccio anche una coccola. Ti do una crocchetta, 2 crocchette. Vieni, c'ho una voglia di viva. No, il cavo del microfono! Ma sei una bestia! Staccati dal microfono! Non mangiarmi il microfono!
At that moment, it was clear that playtime was over and that my beloved catapult was rubbish.
Mi arrendo. Basta, mi arrendo.
And before you call the animal rights activists, she's not angry with me. Look at her zooming around. Well, that was pathetic. Now, do you want to do the call to action? Go ahead, tell them to subscribe.
No?
Puoi smettere di sabotare I miei video? If you want to see me fail at other projects, you have plenty of choices. As always, thank you very much for taking part in my shenanigans, and see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.